So you're going on vacation and you're wondering what to do with your tower gardens. And I want to tell you guys what I did. First of all, my towers don't look beautiful. This is not perfection. My daughter graduated from high school. We've been very busy. But we're going up to Minnesota and I want to get these towers ready. It's very, very hot. It's 8:30 in the morning and it's already in the 90s here in Florida. So I've got to prepare them to use very little water while I'm gone. So this is what I did. First, these tomatoes were trailing on the ground, and so I pulled them up on this trellis. If I would have trellised them earlier, it would look much nicer. It doesn't look very nice, but the job is done. So I pulled them up on this trellis, and I removed a bunch of the foliage that will allow a lot of airflow through, and that will help reduce the amount of water that the plants use and reduce the chance of getting a fungal disease. So that's the first thing I did. I trimmed tons of the foliage away. I also trimmed up this kale real nicely, and we ate it, and again that just reduces the amount of water, allows for lots of airflow through. My Brussels sprouts are coming along. It's really hot for Brussels sprouts, so I'm very surprised they're producing, but I trimmed bucket loads of leaves away. Again, reduce the amount of pests and help with water usage. And then I harvested all of my jalapeno peppers. If I don't cook them up today, I might make poppers out of them, but if I don't, then they'll be fine for a couple weeks in the fridge. I harvested some of the eggplant. Again, I removed any plants that just needed to be removed and eaten, and I moved some of the bigger plants down. Again, this is not beautiful, guys. Don't look at what I did, but hear what I did. Again, I'm just, reducing the water needs of the tower. Here's all the jalapeno peppers. I also took this tomato plant and I reduced it about half. So I did lose a lot of tomatoes. And again, this is one that should be trellised. I always like to trellis my tomatoes, but where I put this tower and where I put this tomato, I don't have that option. I should have put it on that back tower. But there it sits, and that's what I did. Didn't get around to it. So I just took a cage and I stuck it flat on the ground and at least pulled the tomatoes up off the ground and removed a lot of the foliage. Again, reducing the amount of pests that we're going to have to deal with. I removed a couple of the Chinese cabbage plants to eat, and just moved some plants around and replanted empty spots. And then I filled up the water, filled up the nutrients. Now I'm using full strength nutrients. Even though it's hot, I replaced the nutrients with full strength nutrients. And then I'm just going to have a neighbor come and add water about halfway through the week. Because again, it's in the 90s here in Florida. We're going through a lot of water. But I don't have to worry. I didn't do half strength nutrients, which is what you should do. When it's in the 80s and 90s, you should do half strength nutrients. But instead I did full strength, and I'm just going to have my neighbor add water. That will reduce it to half strength. So as I were filming, I see a couple spots that I missed that I need to fill up. So I'm going to go do that, and I'm going to take off for my vacation. Have a great day.